Guys ready?
Let's go.
24 seconds, debating back and forth.
Each, right?
You're going to start, and the first topic for discussion, Wally and Alan, who's the MVP, Giannis or Harden?
Come on now. James Harden, it's not even close. He's
again.
rewriting the record books with his scoring display and three-point shooting display. He's put the Houston Rockets absolutely on his back while Clint Capella has been hurt and while Chris Paul has been hurt. Mike D'Antoni offense is tailor-made perfectly for him. He is just running with it. He is unstoppable in a one-on-one situation. His step-back move is the deadliest move in basketball right now. He is the hands-down MVP.
Does he travel? Yes.
No.
It's not called, but he does.
So you'd make
Does he
my
do
own
anything
argument for me.
defensively? Does he do anything defensively?
All he does is win.
He's
gets
not
steals.
He's not top 20.
He gets steals.
In any defensive stats, he's not top 20. Giannis Antetokounmpo is not only on the best team in the game right now. The best team. He's the best player
right now.
on the best team.
He's hurt.
Oh, now we don't give an MVP because the guy gets injured for a couple of days?
Yeah.
Give me a break.
Not durable.
No. You have the guy who's doing it on both ends of the floor on the best team in the league. He's the best player on the best team. He's the MVP, an unstoppable player who Shaq said he is relinquishing Superman because Giannis is Superman. If Shaq's saying it,
Giannis
I believe
can't shoot. MVP has
And he's still unstoppable.
Wins it.
He can't shoot.
Mike D'Antoni would say, "Come on, guys, come on."
Come on now.
I'm going with Giannis. Harden's one-on-one. Next topic. Alan, should the league move the three-point line back? Is it too close?
Yeah, I think they should. In fact, there's 4 teams. Listen to this. There's 4 teams that already have put a line in practice that's at least a foot beyond the three-point line.
Philly.
Because they're learning how to shoot beyond that line because you're getting closed out. We're seeing a league that is shooting the three. 7 straight years, the three-point attempts and makes have gone up. But yet, the three-point percentages are going down because teams are adjusting and they're closing out on the line. If you open it up, pull it back, and players are proving. Steph Curry's not the only guy now that can shoot 2 or 3 steps off the three-point line. More players can do it. It can open up the game. It could be a lot more exciting.
The game is already opened up. They're already scoring 130 points a night, and it's because of the addition of the three-point line.
More like 112.
That is. Well, a lot of teams are scoring 130, like Houston and Golden State on a nightly basis. And it's fun to watch how open the game is at that three-point line. You move it further back, teams are not going to be shooting from further back. It's a hard enough shot where it is. You don't want to take away certain guys that can make that shot and can take that shot. You love the stretch fives like Cornette, knocking down
Maybe
threes.
Maybe too many guys are taking it, though, Wally.
No, they're not. And then you want centers that can space the floor and not be clogging up the lane by posting up.
I'm going with Wally. Keep it the way it is.
Too many threes.
All right, next topic. Wally starts. Surprise team, Wally, to make a run in the playoffs.
I've been saying it all year long. The Boston Celtics.
That's Alan wins already. Alan wins already.
What's wrong with you? They were in the conference finals last year. What are you doing?
All right, fine.
That's your team.
Let him make his point.
Fine. I'll go with Oklahoma City. They're the 8th seed right now in the West.
Switching?
No, that's all right. You can
I'll go with
the
Oklahoma City, the 8th seed in the West. They're struggling a little bit right now, but they got 2 MVP candidates in Russell Westbrook and Paul George. Russell Westbrook averaging a triple-double. Once they get home, they're going to win on their home floor with their home court fans. They have a phenomenal home court advantage.
I can't wait to see that first
OKC.
round against the Warriors. How's that going to work out? Not very good.
They'll be in the 7th seed.
The team to watch, I'm going to stay out west, the LA Clippers. They have a coach who's won a championship. They don't have a star yet. Look how hard they're playing, how good they're playing down the stretch, and top 5 three-point shooting team, which is dangerous. They don't take a lot of threes, but they make a lot of threes. And in the playoffs, that can win on the road. As you know, shooting can win on the road. Clippers are a dangerous first-round team you don't want to play. And they don't rely on one guy to carry them late in games. The entire team can do it, and they play great defense as well.
You can't switch in midstream.
Well, you yelled at me for picking the Celtics.
Well, you got to stick to your argument.
All right.
Alan gets
a
that
surprise team. Wow, nobody saw the Celtics winning.
Alan, what position will Zion play in the NBA? What's the best fit?
Power forward. He's 6'6", 6'7", 285. Maybe he'll be lighter than that by the time he gets into the NBA. But in today's game, with the way he can run, I don't think it matters that he's not a stretch player. I think he's a guy that's completely dominant inside the paint. He can post up. And I think the way he runs, I almost want to say he's positionless, but I think you play him at the 4, knowing that if you have some stretch players around him, especially a 5 who can shoot threes, then I think he can dominate. But it's got to be an up and down game, but I think he's a 4 coming into the league.
You play him at the 2.
Wow.
Because no two can guard him, and he has perimeter skills with the way he can handle the ball,
doesn't
with the
shoot
way he
the
can
ball.
pass the ball,
Well,
and he can overpower smaller guards and smaller people. He can take them to the basket. He can draw double teams. You got to create mismatches for him. If you put a big power forward on him, he's going to neutralize him with his size and his strength, and he's going to have to take him outside. You put a guard on him, he's going to overpower people with his size, his strength, his weight. He cannot be guarded at the two, and he'll be able to defend twos, and he'll be able to crush twos on the offensive end of the floor.
Change the game.
That's so preposterous
That'll change
that we
the
got to
game.
give him the point.
That'll
That is
change
so
the
outside the
game.
box.
He can be a two. You ever see his
I
spin
don't know.
dribble and his
I don't
crossover?
know.
All right,
The
2-2.
Carmelo
It all
playing
comes
the
down to
two.
this. And Wally starts. Player in the NBA, Wally, who's on the verge of stardom.
Luka Doncic. He's going to be the lockdown player, rookie of the year this year. Now you team him up with Kristaps Porzingis, a very viable stretch 4 or 5 man who can shoot the three and run the pick and roll. That is a team on the uptick, and Luka Doncic is going to be a perennial all-star year after year after year. He is the next Larry Bird in this league.
Wow.
That's how good he is. That's the type of skill set he has. He can create his own shot. He makes his teammates better. He has the clutch gene. We've seen him knock down clutch shots at the end of games, too.
That's a good choice. I'm going to go with a player. Now, remember, this is on the verge of stardom, not on the verge of being like a player you know. Devin Booker. The Suns aren't winning yet, but this guy's putting up numbers that are making you pay attention. And as they get better, as they add talent, as they add another lottery player to their roster, they're going to continue to get better. And eventually, they're going to be a team to beat, and he's going to be the reason. He's going to be that guy that, like
Why
James
isn't he
Harden.
number one in the league?
What?
Why can't he help a
He's
team
young
win?
and there's not a lot of talent there.
No.
But that guy can put up 50 on a given night.
No.
And one day,
Yeah, but he
people are
doesn't
going to be
win.
talking about him like they talk about James Harden.
Doesn't win games.
All right, because this is the last one-on-one and we want to have good karma going into the offseason, 0.5. It ends
come
2.5 to 2.5.
We get a shootout?
I
Is this like
refuse.
NHL?
Got to have good
I've got a bigger
karma.
ball, so I
All
win.
right.